Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I found another crazy build for y'all. Now, it's actually gonna come out to be called a two-way inside the Arc Creator, but this is really gonna be one of the most rare shooting guard builds in all of NBA 2K on next gen. Now, with this build, we're going to be able to get the takeovers of slashing, lockdown, shot creating with the playmaking, 76 to 82 badges as of season 6, and this is going to be a 6-8 build that when it comes down to the animations, we'll be able to get elite contact dunks and pro dribble moves. Now, when it comes down to the wingspan, I'm telling y'all that's going to be really special with this build, but as far as when it comes down to the attributes, we're going to be able to reach a 100 plus when it comes down to the driving dunk and standing dunk, mid-range shot, pass accuracy, ball handle, perimeter defense, and our block. So look, I just want to say thank y'all for those of you who are coming through, and if it's your first time, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I'll be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So as you can see with this build, we're really going to be able to do all things on all levels, score, play defense, finish at the rim, shoot, but also ISO and dribble. So when it comes down to this build, I definitely think that it's going to be one of the best 6-8 builds of all. So let's go ahead and get started with this build creation. So put it under the shooting guard position. And then when it comes down to the body settings, I promise you, this is going to be one of the better things of this build. So go with the height of 6'8". As for the weight, I'm going to go with 180. And then for that wingspan, go ahead and put this to 7'5". Now, the body shape I like best is definitely going to be built to take up the most space. And from here, we're all set to get into the breakdown of the attributes. Now, however you do decide to create this build, base everything off to your own liking and preference. So when it comes down to the physicals, go ahead and put that speed up to an 82. As for the acceleration, I decided to go with the 76. Now, when it comes down to the vertical, I did say elite contact dunks, so go with the minimum of an 82. And then moving on to the stamina, I'm going to go ahead and put this up to a 90. Now, throw on a +4 from the gym rat badge or the Gatorade facility workouts, and all of these numbers will be above an 80 when it comes down to the speed, acceleration, vertical, and stamina. Now, moving on to the defensive area, I'm going to go ahead and put my block all the way up to an 88. And if you want to, you can lower or raise these numbers. Now, when it comes down to the perimeter defense, go with the 92. That's going to bring the steal up to a 57. And then as for that interior defense, move this up to a 71 for a total of 14 badges. Now look, we get Hall of Fame ankle braces, box out beast, post lockdown with menace, chase down artist, and then anchor is still going to be able to get equipped, especially if you throw 2 extra badges from my career towards this area. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking, go ahead and put the speed with ball up to a 77. As for the ball handle, I'm going to go with an 89. And then when it comes down to the pass accuracy, I'm going to go with an 82 for a total of 23 badges. Now, my favorites are going to be ankle breaker and Hall of Fame, hybrid drive with also quick first step. We get vice grip, killer combos with handles for days, and then clamp breaker with unpluckable. Now, I think we're off to a really good start all around for this build. The physicals look on point, the defense does, as well as the playmaking being able to dribble. Now, when it comes down to being able to score from shooting, go with the mid-range shot of an 81. As for the three-pointer, I decided to go with the 75. And then for the free throw, I'm going to go with the 78. And right there we get a total of 19 badges. Now, I like Amped on Gold, also Midi Magician, Space Creator with Volume Shooter. Then we get Agent 3, Green Machine with Blinders on Silver, and then Limitless Range. Now, the rest of the attributes will be left over for the finishing. So when it comes down to this area, go with the standing dunk of an 80. As for when it comes down to that driving dunk, go with the 93 for the elite contact dunks and gold posterizer. And then for the rest of the attributes, I decided to go ahead and put this into the close shot, but if you want to, you can adjust any of these numbers to your own liking. So for example, if you're happy with how the finishing is already looking, one thing that I would take into consideration is possibly throwing more into our speed and even the free throw. Now this build is exactly going to come out to this what we're seeing right here. So as you can see with these 16 badges, we're going to be able to get Acrobat, Gold Giant Slayer, Pro Touch, Silver Rise Up, Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard with Fearless Finisher, then we get Gold Posterizer, Slithery with Limitless Takeoff. Now do take into consideration the plus 10 that you get from picking 2 separate takeovers. The better we play, our stats also gradually will raise throughout a game. And if you buy your own boost, that's a plus 4 to 5. And then running with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame Floor General is going to be an additional plus 4. Now when it comes down to the takeovers, we get the slashing, shot creating, playmaking, and then the lockdown. So as you can see with this build, if you want the most out of the attributes, first I'm going to go ahead and say that I think pull-up precision is going to be the best. Now the second one, I think the slashing we're off to a pretty good start just based off the numbers that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the playmaking just to get the most out of our pass accuracy, the speed with ball, and even when it comes down to helping out our teammates, I think team ratings boost is going to be the best, and we're still going to be able to unlock the ability to break ankles. Now if you want to switch this one up to go with ankle breaking shots, you have doubled the chance of being able to break ankles because of these 2 takeovers. So let's go ahead and check out the build to make sure that we made it correctly. And if you followed every single step of the way, we should be getting these 3 comparisons. And as y'all can see together, we have created the 2-way Inside the Arc Creator, one of the most rare inside out builds on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Now let me know down below your thoughts and opinion on this build. Did you create it exactly how I brought it to y'all, or recreate your own version? Now however you decided to go about the takeovers, make sure you add everything up that I previously just mentioned. And I'm telling y'all, this is a really great rare build name, and you have the most when it comes down to the attributes and even the animations. So let's go ahead and get started and wrap it up when it comes down to the badge layout. Now when it comes down to these finishing badges, I'm going to go with Bronze Acrobat, Back Down Punisher, Fearless Finisher, Silver Rise Up, Limitless Takeoff with also Core Silver Posterizer. Then we're also going to be able to get Gold Pro Touch. Now for this build, we're off to a really solid start when it comes down to the badge layout. These are definitely going to be my favorites, and we're definitely going to be able to activate our contact dunks. Now for the shooting, I'm going to go with Bronze Agent 3, Core Limitless Range, Gold Green Machine, Amped, and then Hall of Fame Space Crater with Volume Shooter. Now ones that I would take into consideration is going to be Mini Magician. Also when it comes down to guard up on gold, I even think that when it comes down to tier 3, we got the most that we can possibly ask for. Now these are going to be the jump shots that we can pick and recreate from, and I think honestly, we have a really good selection to start with. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, we get Silver Break Starter, Mismatch Expert, Handles for Days, with also Gold Killer Combos, Hyperdrive, Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker, and then Quick First Step. Now ones that I was thinking about was going to be Unpluckable on Gold, Clamp Breaker, and then we also get Vice Grip. And then for tier 1, I think we have everything more needed, but then you also get Special Delivery and a few other badges that will help out our teammates. Now to wrap it up on the defensive end, I'm going to go with Bronze Box Out Beast, Post Lockdown, Core, Hall of Fame Chase Down Artist, Ankle Braces, Menace, and Workhorse. Now if you go the extra route to unlock tier 3 badges, all you need to do is throw in the 4 extra badges from my career, and we're definitely going to be able to core any of these 3. Now I think for this build, you have everything needed, especially when it comes down to the offensive end, even more so on the defense. But like I mentioned earlier, let me know what you thought about this build down below. I just want to say thank y'all for your support, and more so than anything, thank God for another day and another opportunity. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus. And I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.